Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary, where I do the research to try to teach you a little something about what you're drinking. Tonight I wanted to do something a little bit different and talk to you about some glasses. Now, you might not recognize these, and part of the reason for that is that they're fairly new. They're by a company called Tailored Milestones, and I was, just to be totally clear, given these two glasses by the company. Now, there was no more like advertising money or anything like that, but because this is sponsored, I did want to tell you. Now, before you think about turning away, I just want you to know that I don't have nearly enough, subscribers to really sell my soul to an advertiser or anything, so I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't think that they were cool. Now, that being said, if you still want to turn away, go for it. But whatever, hear me out. These are the improved bourbon and rock glasses. And what does this have as a benefit over the Glencairn? As you can see, they're very similar. This is way fatter than a Glencairn, and actually, one thing to note is that these two glasses have about the same amount of whiskey in them. Actually, this one has a little bit more. But if you've ever used a Glencairn and tried to nose when it's too full, it doesn't really work. Now, that being said, the opening on this is a bit too wide to really nose properly. So this glass is not for like the real whiskey aficionado to sit there and nose and taste and do all their stuff. What it's for is kind of a day-to-day drink, the stuff that you stock in your bar. But that being said, I started thinking about this. I was like, I wouldn't really want to put a scotch in here because chances are if I'm drinking a scotch, I really am probably doing it for the nose and the taste. So I thought to myself, well, bourbon makes a lot of sense. So what real benefit does this have over the Glencairn? Well, it's a lot heavier, whereas a Glencairn might feel a little dainty. It's got a little bit more weight to it. I feel like it's a little nicer in my hand, and because I prefer to drink bourbon out of this, it doesn't really matter if my hand warms up the whiskey a little bit. It really doesn't make that big of a difference. But the thing that I find really cool about this, and you'll have to forgive me because while I've been sitting here, these have melted a little bit. But if you ever used ice spheres, you'll know that they do not normally fit through the top of a Glencairn, but they absolutely fit in this guy. And that makes it way easier to drink. So I will kind of end it there. I don't want to waste too much of your time. But that being said, I really like this glass. And for two of these, it's 23 bucks. You can get a 20% discount if you hit the link down in my description. And that brings it down to 19 bucks. It makes it pretty worth it in my opinion. So check this glass out. If you like it, let the sponsor know that you saw it on my video, and put something down in the comments if you actually go and buy one. I'd like to hear about it. So that does it for this episode, and have a good rest of your night. Cheers.